Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, back playing some more automation. I thought of a new series we could do. If we go ahead and make some cars with the largest engines of each type and each cylinder. Each piston, whatever you call it. I'm going to go in the sandbox, make a new model. And I've already tried to record this twice with my microphone being muted, so let's hope I don't do a stupid and still have it muted. Shouldn't be though. We're going to go all the way down to something that'll be more suited to the lower cylinder big engines. Something like an old pickup will work just fine. We will use the best model year and materials available to us for each vehicle. We're going to start off with inline 3, but we will work our way down to V60. It'll be 6, 8, and then we're going to skip over to the V90 for the V10. Then we're going to skip back to the V60 for the V12. Then we're going to go back to V90 for the V16, and then finish off with Boxer 4 and 6. But we're going to start off with the lowly i3. Build it as big as possible. We will try to get away with using the biggest of everything, so no exceptions. If it can't fit in the vehicle, we don't make that vehicle. We find a different vehicle and put the engine into it. Variable valve timing. Everything there. We will keep all the vehicles naturally aspirated to see how the engines do in their purest form. You can get racing exhaust on this. That's really cool. So we do have some issues we need to go and solve. So we're going to go ahead and poke everything just to see what happens. And so heavy duty cast does seem to help everything here except for the con rods. Let's restart. Low friction cast does seem to help a lot. Heavy duty cast also seems to help. What if we just lower the RPM? That doesn't seem to have helped. Alright, everything's set to heavy duty and very low RPM. That seems to get the engine to work. I think that's a bug because it really should work no matter what. We still have some damage, but I don't think there's anything we can do about that unless we make the stroke length shorter, which we don't want to do. We don't want to compromise on anything. It must be the biggest cubic inches ever. That'll work. 111. That'll work. Naturally aspirated, so yep. Ignition timing. Fuel mixture. to 1 or 12.0 to 1 or whatever that is. Can we break 120 horsepower? Looks like we can. 122, 123. No 124. Okay. $124. There we go. Can we get any more compression out of the motor? Yes, we can. 135. 136. There we go. Oh, I didn't have the exhaust all the way up. Wow. 136. Alright, let's see all 2,000 RPM of this vehicle. Yeah. Cool. There we go. This will be a nice small little work truck. We can keep it to basic red, make all the exterior items steel. That'll work. Now we're going to go for some headlights. Now these mod lights should work. That's actually not too bad for the time period of this truck. We need some indicators. There we go. This will be fine. Grill. We need something else that'll fit the time period of the truck. Here we go. Why does that look off-center to me? It's not, it just looks like it. I'm dumb. That'll work. Let's go ahead and add some wing mirrors. Something round and simple will work just fine. Alright, go ahead and rotate it. Make them a little bit bigger maybe. And move them up. Very nice. We should add a number plate. There we go, maybe move that up and we can go ahead and put a bumper bar up front. There we go, that'll work just fine. One around back as well. Just to give some protection from bumping into stuff, I guess. I mean, who would have thought? Next, we need some tail lights. They don't need to be anything ultra fancy or anything. This will be just fine. We need a fuel cap. That'll be just fine. Right there. Tank behind the driver's seat. Where it's pretty standard back in the day. And we need some door handles. That'll be just fine. It should have mirrored onto the other side. Yes, it has. We don't need any big wings or vents or anything like that. It'll be nice and simple. We will see if we can give it a giant antenna though. Sticking out the hood here or something. I don't know, maybe that'll work. Got a little bit of a weird angle. That's perfect. Beautiful. It's probably not in the right spot. It probably should be at the base of the windshield on the left or right side, but it'll be at a weird angle, and I don't want that. Alright, next we need some exhaust. We're going to try to go for something pretty stock looking. We do have straight pipes, so we will go for that. And just have it sticking out the back there. Very nice. I think we have our pickup truck done, everybody. We can keep the standard rims and wheels. It will be four-wheel drive. It will be basic automatic. We will have a higher top speed than 32 miles per hour. 75 is fine. Make spacing a little bit tighter to get some more low-end torque. Open diff. It's not going to be off-roading, it'll just be towing stuff. It's going to be a work truck, so we need some long life tires. 195s all around. Sounds good to me. Carbon fiber, of course. We want to keep the truck light. It's a sensible work truck with a very old body and a gigantic engine. We will have some pretty basic brakes up front and at back. Same size brakes all around. Pad type is fine and brake bias is fine. Maybe an off-road skid tray, even though it's not really going to be an off-roader. Cooling flaps, why not? Brake airflow, we'll give it some for lulls. And we can give it one big bench seat. Basic interior, basic infotainment. Basic power steering. It's not going to be going fast enough to need traction aids, so none of that. Basic safety. Standard, basic springs. We will give it the utility preset. And that gives us a nice high ride height. It should be soft enough to, be compliant with the terrain. And the markets, well, it's got nothing because it costs way too much. Yep, as expected. Alright, let's go ahead and put it into Beam. We can call it Giant i3 Truck. And when we go to Beam to test all of our vehicles, this will be what it says. Alright, that will be the end of this automation section. I'll see you in Beam. As soon as the effects load up, I will unpause the physics and see what happens. Okay, if it can pull a bale of hay way bigger than it is, it passes the test. I still had the brakes on, that's why I was going so slow. So we can take a way larger than necessary hay bale to market if we need to. It's a good work truck. I would drive it. Can it get up the hills though? That'll be the real question. Come on, we'll give it a running start. So also still in low range. We lost a hay bale. There's Rockstar anyways. Oh well. That's going to be the conclusion for this video. If you guys enjoyed the little farm truck, then do go ahead, leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Game Boy. I will see you in the future. Alright, here's our little inline 3 work pickup. We get over rev from just sitting and revving. Oh well. Because of the weird bug with automation and the biggest inline 3, we can't really rev it too high without it trying to kill itself. But if you were in the 40s and you're on a farm or something, and you had this truck, I suppose it wouldn't be too bad. How big is the inline 3 compared to the rest of the truck here? It's pretty sizable, I guess. It can get up to highway speeds of 55 miles per hour for the time, I guess. Even 60 here. Front brakes do lock up very easy. Just gotta be careful, I guess. It's a good car for driving on the roads other than a little bit of understeer. I did not mean to smash you right into a rock. We're going to test the torque because that's what this motor seems to be good for. It does have an open diff, but it does have a low range gearbox. So if you needed to climb up something very steep, could you? That's probably too steep. I know it'll be primarily a farm kind of truck. But you'd still want it to have some good off-roading performance if you need it to go and do something. Let's try over to the left here where there's some really steep hills. If it can climb these, I'd deem it worthy of being a good farm truck. It will be from a standing start. There we go, that's all that engine torque coming into play. I think we need to put it into a low range gearbox here. Stick it in second and go. Maybe a little bit of a run up. There we go. Alright. So this would be a good farm truck. You can get up to hills. You can carry stuff in the back. How much can it carry? Let's go ahead and bring up a cube and toss it in back and see how it does towing it. It doesn't have a trailer hitch yet, so that's a sad thing. But let's see. If we go find a hay bale, that seems like a reasonable thing for a farm truck, something like this, to be carrying. Hay bale. Hay bale might be a little bit bigger than the entire truck, but oh well. Did you see it just squat? That was beautiful. Yeah, it's not got like sport suspension or anything like that. I want you to at least stay in the bed. Come on. I'm going to hold down the brakes for you. I think we need to go into map editor to get you in here. Unless I can teleport you exactly where I need you to be. Nope, that's not quite it. A little bit to the right. That's too much to the right. Come on, game. Almost. If I can get this to be in exactly the right spot, it'll be good, but I can't. F11. The game will allow some shaders on. Oh my gosh, what have I done? There we go. Looks like I won't quite be able to fit that way, but we can always go ahead and load it up like this. There you go, that seems not terrible.